I was very close to
Marcel
hitting
with
that.
the bagel.
That's nice.
All right, so Marcel is going to have 6 points.
Didn't want to go out there
Ian
for it,
Fraser
but-
6, me 5.
I really said he could have it.
Yuha 2 and Devilfish 1 currently.
And
That's the
Tony
best I
all
can
of a
do.
sudden
Yeah.
looking
Yeah.
strong now, Phil, for his 3rd win on the trot.
That's amazing. I mean, it's just absolutely amazing to me. He's all in with 4s and 5s and 7s and all these hands that, you know, I mean, he's just running. He must have a horseshoe right now is all I can think of, because this style does not generally win.
I'm taking my chances. It's 0 or 9. Of course I like to get in the top. But when he went in the hand, I know the risk and I come over the top with it. Finish it out then, or have a chance to win it.
You are definitely blessed, Mr. TG. Definitely blessed.
I must be doing something good in life.
You probably are, buddy. You know about a kid.
Oh, I'm so sorry, Tony. I thought I was first to act. I
It's all right. I'm
apologize.
still raising.
Raise to 16.
I really apologize. I'm
What
sorry.
you apologise to him for? It's the blinds you should apologise for. He's happy you folded.
Oh, sorry.
I'm sorry. I just thought it was
I
my...
understand. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's definitely not a disadvantage to Tony.
I don't believe it or not believe it. I wasn't-
Kravchenko has made a few moves.
Because of the dealer, or maybe
Who's
a
talking to you?
coincidence.
Is he out and facing that way, or is he talking on this way?
Fine.
Okay. You get your chance. All right. Waiting in pain.
It's very difficult for Tony G to play his hand here, with Kravchenko re-raising, unless for some reason he thinks Kravchenko is really weak. And Kravchenko does have a hand that might give out some weakness. He's re-raised with the deuces. Now Kravchenko thinks he's weak. He hates the fact that Tony's studying. So Tony might be able to pick up the fact that Kravchenko's weak.
I know that she wants to actually
And if he does, he might do something crazy.
That's why there's no fucking chance.
That's pretty crazy.
She likes me better.
That is crazy. The call is just weird.
He's gone all in the dark. Has he gone all in the dark?
I hate that play.
You hate that play.
I hate that. What if he flops 4 deuces?
I do not know, Phil.
What if he flops a deuce? Why not check and let Tony
I-
G try to get a 9 or something? I mean,
do not know.
that was crazy. There's no upside.
Where can this play pay off?
Felt
If
like
it
you're
comes a
making a
flop that he's scared to bet?
Well, but he would have moved on with that flop anyway and won it.
Maybe if
so,
it had come ace queen 4, he would have been scared to bet.
38?
yeah.
I don't know. Or ace queen 10.
He can't play, you know what he's doing.
How could you? What? If you-
Tony G smells a little weakness here. I mean, he really does, and he's right. But you know, the weakness is he's still in bad shape.
well, it would have been quite.
Look at that! Look at that! It's only 56% to 42% right now. That's amazing to me. And yet Tony G just could almost never in a million years call here. But he is picking up the weakness of the deuces, and
All right.
you have got to
No.
be kidding me. I can't even believe what I'm seeing. Tony G just put all the, he called a re-raise with King 9 and called 38,000 on the flop.
I think Tony's about a 3-1.
This is sick.
Phil,
I have a feeling Tony's going to somehow win it.
he only put 18,000 in under the gun, and then he managed to follow with, oh, I don't know,
Spade?
what, like 70,000
Yeah,
more?
big card. Stop.
Tennis spades
This
or
is
queens
just
spades, you
really,
should-
really bizarre. I've rarely seen a pot played like this. I don't know what Tony G was doing here. Sometimes I think that when someone plays that bad, they're going to find a way to win it.
Now let's look what
And look at that. I mean, he needs a 5, a jack, a king, a 9, a spade, but not the deuce of spades.
I guess I got to hope he wins it, actually. Whoa.
Wow,
And
you held that
Kravchenko's going to win it, and Tony G just gave him 80 or 90,000. That was just one of the strangest plays I've ever seen, to be honest with you.
All the cards, I saw 2 cards. You guys are folding them up as well. I wouldn't play the hand if I didn't see it. I didn't have any of those 2 cards.
We know what I never looked
That's a
at.
lame explanation.
Not the glass. You guys folded
That
them on
is a
head.
terrible explanation.
I prefer the explanation that
Folded
kings were
them
running hot.
face up.
I have no idea what just happened. Would someone come
I
into
saw-
the commentary
I saw 2
booth and
cards
explain
face
it
up.
to me?
Take advantage of it.
The nearest I can
Oh,
figure,
what do
though,
I
I'm
do?
going with my read that
don't
he
take advantage of other
he
people's
smelled some weakness from Kravchenko. That's the
No
only thing that
spade
makes sense
and,
to me. But then why call on the flop?
I didn't see the cards. They were face up.
Good ace.
And then again, if Kravchenko had the 9-4, it would have been all right. But my goodness, he
I
didn't
saw
have
two
the
cards face
9-4.
up. I didn't look at the window.
That was crazy. I don't even know. I don't even know what happened.
That was a good favorite.
I accidentally did.
To win, you don't need to be a good favorite. You need to be
You need to win.
outdrawing.
I had a good draw on a turn.
Here's Vicky with ace-4 diamonds. She's going to have to raise it.
What does the
Raised
table make of
You know, I was
that?
nearly on two. I was nearly on 3 points there.
2 points.
Well, they know she has something.
I've got 2 in the bag. Plus 1.
Wow, Kravchenko with ace-6. He just lays it right down.
I'm all in.
Tony G just goes all in again. And look at this. He's found
How much more?
ace-jack against ace-4 suited again.
Yeah, I mean, Vicky will know he has a propensity to do this with small pairs, but the 4, she don't like that 4, does she? I
No.
mean, she don't like it.
I think she. We're gonna have to see how much more it is, but she probably has to fold.
Ooh, it's more than I thought. Don't think I can back out now.
67.
What?
67.
God, maybe I can.
I think
Sorry,
she's gonna lay it
67.
down now.
Maybe I can.
No, it's 67.
No, it's 50.
Well, it's everything she's got, basically.
Yeah, but in the green room we see Tony G making these moves with 10-jack, and I mean he just went crazy with the king-9. If he didn't go crazy this heat, he might have 300,000 by now.
I'll show
Wow.
it to you.
I guess it turned out.
You see now,
As it turned
We'll
out,
be
he
able
was
to see
actually
when
in
he-
good shape. But,
when he said, "I'll show it to you," that is saying I'm strong.
it
I
is.
mean, now she can lay it down. She waited long enough to hear that. I think she'll lay it down.
Ooh, God, I wish you could show it to me now.
Can't show it to you now.
No, that would really defeat the object of the game. It would make this easier.
Actually, usually people who shows it to repairs them afterwards for a few quid.
I'm wondering how badly I got you beat. Maybe I need you to call.
I think you might not be winning.
I must be winning.
She's talking herself
I
into
don't
this
think
10-jack, isn't she?
I
Well,
must
I
be
don't know.
winning. He's telling the truth.
I think you might not be. I think you might not be. Come on.
Wow. So Vicky made a bad call
okay,
here.
well,
That's way
you're supposed
outside
to
of
not have
her.
an ace, but-
That's way outside
You
of
never
her
know.
normal
Could be lucky.
purview. She's a little bit outside of her skin here, and she's going to need a lot of help.
Rubberman G, he just bounces back every time.
As
I
Fish
got a lot of
said,
swings.
every time Tony power bluffs off his chips, he gets back in because somebody misplays a hand.
Well,
That's
that
not
helps you.
too promising.
Oh, you've got more than him on less.
You know, you're right.
Less, I think. Oh, boring. You have to have an ace. You can't have, like, king 10. Well, mind you, that would be winning anyway.
Rough stuff for Vicky Corin here, Phil. It's going to hurt.
Oh, are you serious? A 4. Wow, and the deck's been flipped on its head.
Oh, my.
If anybody could hit a jack this week, it's going to be Tony G could hit a jack this week. So it's not over yet. If he wins this spot, you know, it's not like he put a bad beat on her. I mean, he had the best hand when it went in, and she sucked
I
I
out.
did that to you last time. I did that to you last
You like to
time.
give me bad
I mean, that's actually worse.
No, it's not worse.
It
That's
took
not-
a
That's
lady
actually bad
to
for
beat
us
Tony
because,
G.
We're only going to 3
Yes,
points, but
that's
if Tony
right.
wins it, it's
I
good
mean,
for us.
although he did beat Annie the other
She
day.
wanted to give me a bad beat. So I got it.
The teacup
50, 60.
has upset the points leader, Tony G. And Phil, if he ends up with just 1 point out of this match, sort of the whole Premier League points
well, he didn't have an ace
table
at all.
comes back into play.
I wouldn't. You knew me beat.
Absolutely right. And I think at the countdown, he has
No, I-
2,000
but I-
left. That's one
You
blue
wanted
chip.
to try.
Even you
Look at
could
that,
catch
he's so
him.
lucky.
You wanted to try.
But then again, you've got lots of points. You'll be in the final anyway, so it's
But
okay.
Vicky has to understand her image is tight. So when she raised, Tony's not going to make a move weak on her. Because when she does raise, Tony knows she has a hand. So Vicky went way out of her skin here to make that call, and she was rewarded, but it was not a good play. Tony knows Vicky has a hand,
Right.
and Vicky knows Tony knows. So therefore, he's only going to re-raise when he has ace-4 beat. And she should know that, so...
Right, I mean, you can see by Kravchenko folding a6 exactly the range he was putting Vicky on.
Exactly. Verdict, easy
Just got
fold.
a good job of your female, he'd have been insulting anybody else.
They're all in. Tony G. Tony G has 2,000 now. He was low a couple of times.
Well,
Now-
time. It's not
Phil,
like you're a huge
it's
dog here.
very
Nah,
important for you to remember
double your money,
that Tony G is not did not get knocked out with the ace jack, because you could win $45,000 tomorrow.
Ooh, in the limousine ride.
10, that's in a 10.
Now, if Tony doubles up, he's going to double up to 4,000 in chips. So that's not
I don't
good.
win with her, man. She doesn't.
Well,
Never.
he tried to come back from 5.